What's up, everybody? How you guys doing out there in the YouTube worlds, man? You do a little bit of daytime grind action. Dearest are at Marvel Champions. There will not be any kind of crazy Act 6 or other type content going on. It's just some arena grinding. But, wasn't really planning on streaming today, but I sometimes, man, I forget about the daytime people and the non-vampires of the world. And when I'm doing a Act 6 stream, I can't always talk with everybody, so it's kind of unfair to the non-vampires who tune in for a day stream. So we're just gonna do an arena grind today, and I am not grinding for Torch. Is that his name? For Sunspot. I'm not grinding for Sunspot. I decided it's non-vampire appreciation day. Non-vampire arena grinding appreciation day. Yes, I am now live. Tweet. Alright, cool. Alright, what up, people? Who's the first one here? Donut Cops in here, followed by Volatility or something. I'm sorry, I messed up your name. It's not Carson. What's up, people? We got Miguel in here, Croy, Jay Divine. What the fudge is up, bra guy? What up, Jay Divine? And Ian Pinch, sending over $1. Thanks, man. Saying, day stream. Thanks, dude. I appreciate the buck. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with a little appreciation slap. That's what it's called, right? Stop. Thank you, dude. Alright, let's get the grind on. BG, thanks for making the last hour of my work day great. Storm Chaser, awesome, man. Sounds good. What's up, homie? What's up, Glory, man? Had a day, but she didn't show up. Oh, Nicholas, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Hey, I'm a bush, Shane. It looks good. The bush looks good on you. Wait a sec. Dayman? What's up, Super Dirty Pickle? Dude, speaking of bushes, you almost have a bush too, man. I always assumed you slept during the day. Well, I did take a little bit of a nap, I must say, but that's only because I slept, I didn't get much sleep last night, so then I did take like a 2-hour nap today as well. Just couldn't sleep last night, man. One of those nights, have trouble sleeping, and then woke up all early anyway. But I didn't just wake up or anything. I've been up for a while now. Love your day streams because it's night in Germany. Hashtag vamp life. Oh yeah, the vampires of the other parts of the world. Awesome. Lakers Bodyguard said it over $2. Thanks, dude. Saying Beaver, happy birthday. Tweet. Okay. Lakers Bodyguard, thank you very much. Even though I will tell you once again, it is not my birthday. And hang on, let me go check Twitter. But thank you for the 2, dude. I appreciate that. And on the Twitter, guess who is a legend? Dude! The results are in, huh? Very nice, man. Congrats. You did it. That is awesome. That is awesome. Rip934 said it over 5 as well, saying, just because I want to hear you say it. ... Itemless! What's up, Rip934, man? Thank you so much. As always, appreciate it, dude. Yeah, no itemless today, but happy to say it. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Go ahead and update the big old D. There we go. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so about itemless, I talked about it in another stream. I'm certainly not giving up on the itemless stuff. I will never give up on the 6.2 itemless stream to 100% clear it all. But I need to take a small break from it because I'm leaving for New York again in a couple days. I gotta do some prep stuff before leaving. And then that's a 3-day trip, you know, flying out there, hosting the Summoner Showdown thing, flying back. So, of course, there's no way that I could do itemless during that. And then, during that time, Variant 2 also comes out. Or, sorry, Variant 3 comes out. So, I got to do Variant 3. I haven't decided what I'm going to do there, if I'm going to go full-on itemless or just mostly itemless. I'm certainly not going to be farming potions or anything like that. But I also want to clear that content a little bit faster, so I don't know. It's up in the air. I might go full on itemless. I don't expect it to be on the same level of difficulty as 6.2 anyway, so I could still go full on itemless and complete it. Maybe not taking too long. But I also really want to see what 2016 gems I get, because that has a real impact on like my alliance's prestige and stuff like that. So that's really the only reason that I do want to get through it a little bit quicker. So we'll see. We shall see. But then after that, right back to 6.2 itemless, full on. Something about Annihilus I dig. Have him awaken at rank 1, 3-4 gem and stash. Excited to read about his new champion adjustment strategy. Seems good for the game overall. I think so too. Super Dirty Pig. I think it's really good for the game overall. And yeah, Annihilus, he's fun to play, but there's just something about him that's just a little too weak offensively. So I'm kind of happy that they're going with him. I'm also happy that I snuck in there and got him when he didn't really go for a whole lot. Unfortunately, I can't say the same thing for Torch, but I do have an Annihilus. Boop, partially awake. What's up, Star? Partially close to the Washington from Oregon side of state. So, hi. What's up? Hope you're enjoying the West Coast stuff. I don't know where I was going to go with that sentence. The outright suggested it would be easier the sooner you can complete it, correct? You'd be fighting pre-buff, Old Man Logan, and Colossus. Yes. I did see that as well. Yes. I wonder how much more difficult it would be fighting those guys buffed up. Part of me is like, I want to fight the buffed up version. I want to fight like what the difficulty is supposed to be. I don't want the easier time, you know? So, I don't know. I'm still going to go through it, but then maybe I'll go back and just kind of test it out and see what the real difficulty of those fights was supposed to be. It's weird, I'm sleep deprived and running on low sleep fuel and the caffeine, yeah. Oh. Sleep, our best friend and worst enemy. With Variant 3 coming, I'm wondering if I should 100% Chapter 3 Variant 1 first or start number 3 first. I don't think there's any real rush to finish up the first variant. I would recommend waiting on that, you know, unless you just felt like hopping in there, but I wouldn't rush to do it. Check out Variant 3 first. See, you know, compare like the difficulty. Just do whatever you can there. Even if it is only, let's say it's really hard and you can only get through like the first chapter or something like that. Well, you still get rank of materials there, and you could still get a gem that could help you possibly finish up the third chapter, Variant 1 or something. So, yeah, just whatever is easiest, go for that first. Build yourself up, basically. So bet tonight will feel amazing, but gotta go, so don't need to sell datas, have fun with stream session rate. Okay, sounds good. BG, what's up with the early stream? Just a little daytime action for the non-vampires of the world, or the vampires of the other side of the world. Because, yeah, I don't do a lot of daytime arena anymore. Ever since I've been doing the itemless stuffs, all my daytime streams have been, you know, exploring Act 6. So it's hard to talk during those streams, and I wanted to change that a little bit. Got 4-star Venom Pool. Okay. Just trying to see what you're talking about here. I'm not sure though. This pulled 6-star MODOK, never used him before. How should I feel? I don't know how you should feel, but I'll tell you how I would feel, Travis. I'd feel great. MODOK is awesome, dude. He's an underrated champion. He's one of those champions that kind of slips through the cracks and people kind of forget about him. But he's great. Offensively, defensively, he's got some unique utility. He's paired up with the new guy for a synergy. I don't know exactly how that synergy works, but he does have a synergy with Sunspot. That could maybe make him even better. And yeah, he doesn't even need to be awakened. So, pretty damn good 6-star, I would say. Think Kabam will ever show love to the Mystic class? Yeah, eventually. Hey, at one point the Mystic class was like the only class getting love. So, I think they're just giving the other classes their due justice or time or whatever you want to say. But yeah, the Mystic class is feeling a little bit underwhelming at the moment. We're going to get some Mystics, though. I don't know what people have data mined, but typically we get some Mystics around the Halloween times. And then maybe with the whole rebalancing stuff, maybe they're going to change Maw. I don't know. Maw, honestly, man, if they do change Maw, I'm a little bit concerned. Because he has some of the craziest abilities in the game, if you think about it. Like full-on power drains from his special 3. When he's a Mystic champion that can easily build up to a special 3. Unlike someone like, you know, Red Skull, who also has full-on power drains with a special 3, but can't quite get there as easy. So full drain with a special 3, power drain on the heavy attack, degen that can't, you know, most enemies have nothing that they can do to prevent the degen damage. Like if they actually buffed him up in certain ways, he could be crazy strong. Grind for Sunspot? No. I am going to get the 3-star version just for testing, but yeah, that's all I can do this round. Mostly going for milestones for the foreseeable future. I've kind of figured out a little bit of a strategy here of what I need to do to hit all the milestones of every single arena. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not, like this round and next round, I'm going to be a little too busy to do it. But then after that, I've kind of figured out all the numbers I need to hit like throughout the day to stay on pace and all that. Because I'm really going to try to stack the units for 6.3. That way I can do a Legends run for 6.3, potentially get any strong offers for the initial completion of 6.3. And then also save up units for Cyber Monday. Like there's a lot of big things coming up for the rest of the year, unit-wise. That'd be a good idea to save units for. So all of those things, plus then of course I don't know if Kabam's bringing back the gifting event for the holidays, but I always like to contribute towards that, get all the milestones there for those events if they do bring it back. And then also 6.4 Legends. So yeah, man, it's just like, dude, I need to stack on the units hard. I did what I could to get some champions to improve my roster and improve my prestige and stuff like that, but now it's just back to the basics of getting units and forgetting about these champions a bit. And then it also allows me to have more time to make content too. It's not just about farming units. It also takes like a quarter of the time. Maybe not, actually, yeah, no, it takes about a quarter of the time to grind out all the milestones compared to grinding out feature champions. So it's a pretty big deal. Brian, I just take the McDonald's out of variant 1 first to Ultron with my Void item list. So happy. Miguel, nice, dude. That's awesome. Love for Ebony Maw to be reworked. He's a wet noodle right now. He definitely is a wet noodle. He's good on defense. So even if they don't rework him, I think he has a use in this game. But yeah, I do wish he was a bit more usable offensively as well. They need to be careful though, because seriously, that guy has some crazy abilities. It was just like low stats. I think I can see why they rolled him out with some lower stats because of how crazy his abilities are. Kind of made sense. Be still, my palpitating groin. Sup, babes? What's up, Cade? How you doing, man? BG rank down tickets still a possibility? I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. I mean, they did say some champions would have to be brought down in power level. I have a feeling it's mostly going to be buffs that are rolled out with the new balance adjustments. But they did mention there's going to be tweaking of like, okay, you know, this champion was more powerful than expected. We're going to need to tone it down. And in that case, you know, maybe they would bring back rank down tickets. Hopefully they've evolved their system so that if they do tone down some champions after release, hopefully it's not just rank down tickets. Hopefully it's like rank down and extract any items used, like Sig Stones and Awakening Gems and stuff like that. Because if they did that, then I mean, I really don't have any problems with them doing that. I think it's for the good of the game. Did you experience the Sinister Labs today? My Sinister Labs, they haven't reset from yesterday, so I can't do them. Seems like it's a pretty widespread issue. One of my other accounts, though, I have a 6-star blade. A 6-star blade? Really? I didn't even know a 6-star blade was in the game. You couldn't possibly be fibbing a little bit here, could you? Brian, weird thing, I'm awake and you are live. Owen, it is a weird thing, huh? I mean the bug. Oh, well, I guess so, yeah, because they're still not reset from yesterday, so I guess I did experience a bug. Which Awakening Gem pull would be better, Cosmic for hype or Tech for Ghost? I mean, they're both amazing champions. It's hard to argue. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to argue that any champion has more impact on the game than Ghost right now. But Ghost can technically be played unawakened. I mean, Hype can technically too, but no, I mean, I guess just Tech would be the answer there. But again, it does depend on what you need. If you need a champion that like you know, of course, Ghost can't do everything, and there's certain things that Hype can do that Ghost can't, and maybe you guys already have a bunch of Ghosts on the team and would need someone like Hyperion, so it depends, but yeah. Owen Banner sending over $5. Thanks, man. Saying thanks for all you do. Listen to you on the way to work most days. Dude, thank you very much. I appreciate that support. Thank you for the 5. Thank you, thank you. Is a 5-star Star-Lord worth ranking up and awakening? In my opinion, no. I would I'd rather give that Awakening Gem and rank up materials, honestly, to other champions as well. I think Star-Lord, it's not that he's a bad champion, it's just that over time, they've greatly increased the damage output of other champions, and other champions kind of already had more utility than Star-Lord. He was just one of the damage kings, one of the few damage kings from back in the day, and just over time, other champions have kind of surpassed him. He's not a terrible champion though, and if you get like a Tech 2015 rank up gem or something like that, and you need some additional firepower in your team, then you know, he's a good champion to throw that into. But otherwise, eh. And if he was naturally awakened, then taking him up to, you know, not the highest rank, but taking him up a little bit wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. But I wouldn't give him an awakening gem. Where in the street is Joel's trying to give us anticipatory erections? Yeah, dude. Cade, man. He better not just be teasing, man. He better not just be teasing. What skill champion or cosmic champion should I hope for? Who do you like? There's tons of good champions for both classes. I don't know, some of the more interesting ones. I would say for cosmic, you got like Corvus, Hyperion, Medusa, a few others as well. Skills like Aegon, Blade. Ronin's pretty cool. Others that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Angelo 2010s sent over $5 as well. Thanks, man. Saying a while ago, I ranked 5 Sentinel. And after seeing the Variant 3 info, I gotta say, thank you. By the way, what are your thoughts on the info received about Variant 3? Yeah, apparently, so I haven't looked into all the details of what Sentinel is getting for Variant 3, but apparently he's going to be a monster for it, which is awesome for everyone out there with Sentinel. I unfortunately do not have one myself, but that sounds like it's going to be a super fun time for you with a rank 5 Sentinel. Okay, I haven't gone through all of the info about Variant 3 in terms of like the nodes and stuff like that. The only thing that I really saw was the rewards and the number of quests. So there's going to be less quests. For those of you that haven't gone through the announcement, you know, the other variants, they have 9 quests in total. Because I guess they were longer quests when they were first introduced to the game. And this one only has 6, similar to the event quests that we're getting, you know, currently in the game. So there's, you know, it's still 3 chapters, but only 2 quests per chapter, so 6 quests in total. And we're still getting 3 of the 2015/2016 rank-up gems, which is awesome. And then still getting all of the other rank-up gems, too. The only thing they're reducing, I guess, is, like, the number of 5-star shards or some of the fragments or something like that. I'm not even sure, but overall, man, to be honest, I was thinking they might cut one of the 2015-2016 rank-up gems, but they didn't. So yeah, it's awesome, man. Those are like my favorite things to get in this game are just rank-up gems. There's so much value packed into those rank-up gems. I don't mind that they're random because there's champions of all class types that I want to rank up. I will admit it does suck for the people that pull, like, you know, all the same class type. That really sucks. I wish there was something in the game that said, like, you can't get all the same class types. The classes are gonna be random, but you can't pull like 2 of the same class in a row or something, you know. But other than that, I love those gems. So that's all I really have on the info. I didn't go through the actual node details and stuff like that. But Angelo, thank you very much for the Vive. I really appreciate it, man. Event quests used to be 9 quests and 2 months long. They sucked. They were 2 months long? Okay, I didn't realize that. The bi-monthly event quest, I guess. Brag, I have a rank 5 Sig 200 Sentinel. Nice, Delithius. Yeah, sounds like it's going to be a fun time. Oh, you help me make the decision. Okay. For Sentinel? Got it. Awesome, man. Awesome. With Variant 3 on Horizon and me having 4 to 5 Tech Gem and Awakening Gem, spend units trying for Warlock or try to pull Sentinel from basics/dungeons, assuming he's in the new ones. I mean, there's too much RNG involved when it comes to pulling Sentinel. So yeah, like if he happens to pop out of a crystal, awesome. But I wouldn't say like don't go crazy out of your way trying to get him. You know, if he's in a dungeon crystal, okay, cool. But other than that, you know, there's no way to really count on pulling him. So if you are able to go for Warlock, like in the arena or however you're gonna go for him, he's a little bit more targetable at least. And if you can get him, he seems like he's going to be a really cool champion. And I wouldn't feed the rank up materials and awakening into him just automatically without having like tested him first. But he does seem like he's going to be really good. Seems like he has some powerful synergies and stuff like that too. So that's probably the way I'd be leaning right now. But if you did happen to pull a Sentinel and you were able to rank him up, then it sounds like it would help you get through Variant 3 pretty easily and then get some other rank up materials to then go and rank up Warlock too, so you can kind of have the best of both worlds. But without a way of targeting, yeah. Wish Kabam did something about us getting the same 2015 gems. I have 2 2015 mutant rank up gems, and I'm afraid when I finally get 100% Chapter 3 Variant 1, I'll get another mutant. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Like I said, I wish... you know, it's not even something that that I really thought of until it happened to people. Because I was like, oh, what are the odds, you know? But of course, it doesn't matter what the odds are. Somebody's going to get screwed, and somebody's going to pull all the same class type. So I wish they did have some kind of system under the hood that we don't even see, that it's just like, you can't pull the same class rank up gem twice in a row type of thing. You know, similar to like the daily event quest where it can't be level up 2 days in a row. It just, you know, can't be mutant two crystals in a row, something like that. But yeah, I don't think anything like that's in place. It'd be nice if they change that for the future though. Have Tech 4 to 5, Sentinel is an option. Darkhawk, OGV, maybe Warlock. They're all good, man. They're all good. I love Sentinel, though, man. I really do think he's one of the best all-around characters in the entire game. There's so much that you can do with him. Alliance mates are bringing him to Alliance War offensively. So he's even useful on this new map. So yeah, like I don't know, there's just so much that you can do with that guy, questing wise, Alliance War, attack, defense, Alliance quest, of course. The dude is just an all-around monster. BG, what is with this day stream? This is my only day off this week, therefore logically this should be the only day you absolutely wouldn't stream. Am I going mad? Ah, Abdo, I must have misinterpreted your schedule. I thought you were working today. My bad, dude. Thought you were working. Otherwise, I would not have streamed. Abdo, welcome to 4 Loki, man. You finally made it. It's good to have you, dude. I thought we were going to be in the same battle group. Because someone in my battle group was leaving. And it was like the day... I found out like the day after you said you were joining. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess Abdo is going to be in BG1. I didn't realize that we had 2 people leaving. So, we will not be playing together. Brian, what if I don't have a rank 5 tech for Variant 3? Well, I don't know that you necessarily need a rank 5 tech for Variant 3. I don't know what the content looks like exactly, so I'm sure you can get through it without a rank 5 tech. I don't have a Sentinel myself. I do have other tech options, but yeah, we don't know what the content looks. I wouldn't stress it, but there are other ways to, of course, get other rank of material, or you can wait. It's permanent content, so. JD took his Sentinel to rank 5 yesterday, then smoked Domino. Nice. Yeah, dude, he's such a good counter for Domino, really, man. Like, there is a little bit of build-up time required and stuff like that, and it can be a little bit scary, I guess, until you get the analysis charges. But because you have class advantage, the charges build up that much faster. And then you have the safety built in where, you know, you can't bleed, so you pop in a vulnerability boost, and you can eat an L3. No worries there. And it's just the damage over time that you can get through the safeguard node or reduce healing on buffet. Like, there's just so much that he's good for. Christian said it off $5. Thank you, dude. Saying, pulled 4 2015 mutant rank 4 gems. Good lord. Already took losses at rank 4 because one was about to expire in the overflow. Wow. That's so crazy, man. Damn, dude. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you got some bum luck on the on the 2015 rank up gems right there, man. That sucks. Yeah, I really hope they do something about those gems. I always wondered what happens, like, okay, let's say all of your champions are, let's say all of your mutant champions are rank 4, and those gems literally have no use anymore. What does Kabam do in that situation? Do they change it so that they make it so that they also affect 2016 champions at some point, or do they allow you to just, like, I don't know. Ideally, I would hope that you'd be able to send in a support ticket in that situation, and the support people would be like, okay, you know, we see that you have no other options. Here, we'll trade this in for a generic 2015 rank up gem or something like that. But realistically, they're probably not, you know, probably not going to happen. Kind of wishful thinking there, you know. But that's pretty crazy, man. Thank you for the 5. I really appreciate it. Is there any synergies that start Sentinel with an armor up so it regens from first special 3? No, I don't believe so. Well, the poacher has become the poached. I'm so proud of taters. How does it feel? How does it feel, Euthanitis? Oh man. Ryan, can you at least say hi to me before I have to go back to work? I'm starved for your attention, darling. Deviak, what's up, man? I saw you in here, but I thought I saw you were talking to someone else, so I didn't read the message. What's up, dude? Aren't robots unaffected by suicides? Not exactly. They're not affected by Liquid Courage and Double Edge, not affected by the negative side to them, at least, since they're immune to bleed and poison. But they still take recoil damage, so I have to watch out for that. Everyone say hi, Demiak. Oh man. Kabam says you can sell your gem for gold. Yeah, dude. That's true. They're not useless. You can get like 1,000 gold for them or something, I'm sure. Oh, man. Hey, BG. Just popped my very first 5-star crystal and got a hype. Congrats. That's a sick first 5-star to get. Very nice. Gonna smash with my 4-star Ghost, Sentinel, and 455 Infinity Man. Maybe even throw Punisher 2099. There you go. You know, I should rank up my 4-star Sentinel. I don't know if I have the tier 4 basics to do it in time. But I always wanted to rank up Sentinel anyway, just to play around with him. You know what? I'm not even sure if my 4-star is awakened. I gotta check on that. But it'd be fun. Maybe he'd be useful. I don't know how crazy the node is, the buff is that you get for it. BG, can you teach me how to Dex Korg Special 1 like you did in your most recent war video? The first dash back is like right before his foot hits the ground. If his foot is hitting the ground as you're dashing back, then you've waited too long. And that's all you really need to know. It's not like a 3 immediate dash back. It's like a dash, dash, dash type of thing. I think that's what it is. I think that's the pattern. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I always kind of forget until I'm in the moment, and kind of just autopilot kind of takes over. Just because I fought the dude a ton. So that's the other side of it. Is just the more you duel him, the more it just kind of gets burned in your brain, just like fighting any other champion, and your reflexes just kind of take over. But yeah, you do want to time the first dash back when his foot is still in the air. You want it to be somewhat close to the ground, but if you're timing it when it's hitting the ground, you've waited too long. That's the hardest part, because if you wait too long, then you're screwed. Sub B to the G. What's up, Captain Bay? Dude. Hey, man. We're going to be hanging out in, what is it? Like 3 days here or something? 4 days? Dude. Psyched for it, man. First time seeing one of your live streams. Just pulled 5-star Omega, so you be my lucky charm. Thanks, man. Brad, awesome, man. Congrats on the Omega. He's one heck of a champ, dude. As I'm sure you already know. Brian, is Quake the best counter against Electro? She is one of the better counters to Electro. There's a bunch of good counters to Electro these days. Omega, that we were just kind of talking about, is a fantastic counter. Namor, just released recently, is another fantastic counter. But Quake, yeah, Quake is great for Electro as well. I know, right? Can't wait, man. Yeah, dude. Captain, have you done any training to prepare you for the tournament? There's nothing you can really do, but inquiring minds want to know. What have you done to prepare? Have you been eating raw eggs every morning? That's probably not a good idea, but hey, it's maybe it would help. I don't know. I think I saw Rocky do it. What's this rumor about Joel returning? Well, he's got some tweets that he put out where he's been testing live stream setups, and he said, I think his latest tweet was something like next week he's gonna try a test stream publicly. Because the other test streams, they just been private test streams, kind of, again, things situated, testing his internet, I'm sure, all this stuff. So, yeah, we'll have to see. I'm excited for it. Whatever it is, man, I'm excited for it. Black Seraphim sending over $2, just saying, ouch. Right. Thank you for the 2, Black Seraphim. I appreciate that, man. Hope you feel better. Thank you for the 2. He's been fiddling with his stream privately. Yeah, there we go. That's the best way to say it. The only training I've done is I'm trying to play on my phone more rather than my iPad. Because the stream so far looks like they have to play on an iPhone. Yes, it is. You do play on a phone. There is no iPad. Duped Falcon can counter Electro. That's true. If you hate yourself. If you hate yourself, sure. Wonder if Joel could just start a brand new account at this point. Could be fun. It could be, yeah. I don't know what his plans are. And I've ate a banana like 2 months ago, so that's got me ready to go too. Okay, good, perfect. You should still have some of that in your system. Brian, how is your egg? My egg is wonderful. It has a few cracks in it, but it's still holding strong. I try to crack it open every night, but it just doesn't want to. So I'm going to wait until it's ready. And then when the day comes, when the egg finally opens, well, that's probably the end of existence as we know it. BJ, I would love to see a Cyclops buff. You would think Bam Mike would buff him first. Well, I don't think it's really his job to handle the buffs. But yeah, I think a lot of people would like to see a Cyclops buff, especially with 2 of them in the game and neither of them being all that good. I wouldn't be too sad if we got a buff for at least one of them. Duped Falcon can counter Inner Peace too. You're right. You're totally right. Would you rank up an Unawakened 5-star Sentinel to rank 4 for Variant 3? It depends on how many rank up resources you'd have, I would say. And also, I would just wait until the content actually releases and see exactly how good he is for it. But here's the thing, like Sentinel, he doesn't really technically need to be awakened in the first place. So if you had some extra tier, like if you've been saving your tier 2 alphas for a while and you're kind of like capped out in your inventory on them or something, then I would totally just feed them into Sentinel. But just because he's a cool champion. But yeah, I just wait and see. You know, we're only a few days out. But his awaken ability is not totally necessary. It just takes longer to build him up without it. How many 5-stars do you have? Holy crap, I don't even have one on my new account at least. I don't know the exact number. It's about 100. What's up, Dysentery Joe? I think we're going to an axe throwing bar tonight. It is exactly what it sounds like. Time will tell if we all make it out with our limbs. Dude, I've heard of those. I almost went to one of those, actually. Just crazy, because I don't really go out much at all. And of the places that I'd be going out to, you think axe throwing bar is not really too high in the list. But I did almost go to one of those. What an odd thing. What kind of, man, what a bold move for the person who like starts the first one of those, because apparently it's like a chain place, I guess. I don't know. But what a bold move. You're like, you know what? You know what this country needs? Axes with their booze. People need to throw tomahawks with their drinking or something. Like, what? But I guess it's working. I don't know. So we were planning to... oh my god. What is this? So we are all planning to jump seat at NYCC after those 2 Cav crystals he posted the last few days, right? Oh, I haven't seen those, but... sure. ABG, I just complete 6.1 without bleed immune champions. Nice. What is... I can't even remember what you need bleed immune for in that quest. Crossbones, I guess? I think, yeah, Crossbones has biohazard, right? So I'm guessing that's what you need. All these 5 stars and none of them Sentinel or Ghost. Yeah, there's still a bunch of really good ones I'm missing. No Sentinel, no Ghost. No Blade, no Killmonger, no Corvus, no... the list goes on. You can always just throw an L1 with Sentinel through the block and get a lot of charges. You can, but it still slows things down quite a bit. Sentinel's L1, it doesn't really hit so hard, and in a lot of situations I think his L1 is not super useful. I mean, it is there for the utility of the heal block and all that stuff, and yeah, you can get a lot of charges, but if you're awakened, you can kind of just bait out a few specials, blast him with an L2, or if you want to play it safe, running suicides, hit him with the L3. God, that's what I love about Sentinel. He's just so flexible. You really have the option every fight to like just do whatever you feel is best. He's so damn cool. BG, I'm starting to feel like Ghost here. It appears your nice glasses cannot locate any of my comments. Well, I'm sorry, but there's like 371 people according to this YouTube thing. So there's only one of me, man. I tried my best, but there's only so many comments I could read. 40 feature Grandmaster crystals got 6 stars. Oh, I'm guessing Cavaliers. Okay, damn. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Day stream. I was gonna work on some homework, but what's up, Cloud Contempt? Please don't let me keep you from doing homework. It's more important. Saw a video on Insta today of a guy doing that axe throwing thing, and the axe bounced off and came right back at him, and he caught it right by his head. I think I'll pass. What? That sounds pretty nuts. Oh, man. When you want to finish 6.2, I'm going to wait till Variant 3, because Variant 3 is right around the corner, and I'm going to be a little bit busy these next couple days, and then traveling out to host the Summoner Showdown thing, and then traveling back, and by the time I get back, well, Variant 3 is going to be out for a couple of days, and I'll clear through that, and then I'll go back to doing 6.2. I know you are not Reactor, but please react to your first video on the channel. Got no plans to do that, but I'll keep it in mind, maybe one day. Word on the street is Sentinel's flexibility rivals Flarpa's. It's up there. It's up there. At this point, you should start opening calves rather than doing long arena grinds for champs, which have a lot of hype. No, man, calves, I mean, of course, there's a nice appeal to them that you can just get the champion instantly out of the cav crystal, but the odds are not in your favor, and I do not think they are a good value. I will continue grinding out units and taking a break from the champion grinds here, but eventually get back to grinding out champions too. Currently need a good tech champ. I'm overflowing with tech tier 4 class catalyst. Yeah, that will happen sometimes. Good luck. Hope you get somebody good out of your next crystal. ABG just opened Ebony Maw. What do you think? Good defender? Yes, he is a really good defender. He gets kills pretty consistently when it comes to war. So yeah, great defender. I would say has the possibility of getting buffed with Kabam's new system here, since you know, he's not the strongest attacker, to say the least. But even as is, he's one of the better defenders. Excuse me, one of the better defenders in the game. Happy to have a rank 5 Sentinel, and Tech is probably my strongest class overall, but a little bummed that this variant is probably not going to be very challenging because of it. I hear you, man. Dane, I was wondering if anybody was gonna say that. You're the first person that's said it. I'm kind of with you, man, of like, well, if something makes it significantly easier, it can sometimes be fun to use that thing and just kind of blast through, but at the same time, you know, it's not always the most fun to do that. So like, I guess it depends on what kind of buffs he gets. Did they already announce what buffs he gets for it, or did they just say he's going to be extra good or something? Because if it's just like, you know, 10% increased stats or something like that, then a little bit of a bonus, nothing too crazy. But if it's actual, like, he gets a global node boost of I don't even know, something crazier than that. Either way, it's not Carson, Senator 5 of them Canadian bucks, talking two toonies and a loony, saying, what is the Flarpa story? Flarpa was birthed from Joel's loins one fine day when, actually, I gotta be honest, I don't entirely remember the story myself, but I'm pretty sure it was originally drawn by Joel to be the sister of Gunther, which is the monkey icons. Actually, that's crazy, man. It's been too long since Flarpa's origins. I don't even remember. Somebody remind me how it happened. But I'm pretty sure Joel drew Flarpa in response to my drawings of Gunther. And I mean, been a member of the family ever since. I would love if Joel came back. Well, he may. Yeah, that's about how it happened? Okay, that's what I thought. They said he gets an increase in girth. Oh, well, that's going to make things way easier then, if it's an increase in girth. New member, Christian. Wait a minute. Is that a new member or is that a returning member? And YouTube just says it's a new member. When did I lose this? Okay, I was gonna say there is no way that was a new member. One of the OG members. Well, dude, thank you very much for redoing it. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Welcome back. This is crazy. YouTube sucks. Yeah, sometimes the YouTube stuff's a little bit sketchy. I can't talk too much crap about YouTube because at the end of the day, it's still awesome. But yeah, man, some things on YouTube do kind of suck. And that seems to be one of them. That, not recommending certain videos and all the other junk that goes on. But dude, thank you very much for the continued support all this time. I really do appreciate it. Going back to the difficulty thing real quick. For people who do feel similar to what Dane is saying here, that where it's like cool that you have the champion that gets an advantage, but also kind of does take away some of the difficulty. What I will say about that is, at least we know it's not like the only. It's not the only variant. You know, there's going to be other back issues, and it's not always going to be that way. And yeah, so even if maybe you don't enjoy this one as much, for whatever reason, then you know, the next one is going to be different. Because I mean I get it. Like I'm always looking for like that challenge experience as well. And when we got like that little symbiote buddy, I didn't really enjoy that quest so much. I enjoyed the fact that other people enjoyed it and other people had a good time clearing through it, but it was kind of just like mashing the screen for me, and it just it wasn't as fun. But I knew, like, okay, well, it's not always going to be like this, and then it's going to go back to we're going to get some other type of content, and that's just kind of how the game works. Where sometimes you get content that's going to be more fun for you, sometimes it's going to be more fun for other people. So at least there's that. It was better than Gwen Goes to the Movies. Yeah. But again, like Gwen Goes to the Movies, even though you know, for me it was kind of just like auto-fighting through there. For other people that don't have, you know, didn't have as developed rosters and stuff like that, it was awesome for them. So, like, depending on what time you start the game, like a different event could be awesome, or it could be boring, or, you know. We get it, BG, you like to suffer. Sometimes. I have a 565 Sentinel and a 6-star Sentinel and still haven't 100% any other variants, so I'm good with this one. Yeah, see, there we go. It's going to work out great for you. Because then, you're going to have a little bit of an advantage for Variant 3. You're going to crush that, and then take all of the rank up materials you got from there. You're going to be able to take that and bounce back over to one of the other variants and clear that, and it's going to just set off this chain reaction of progression. And that sounds really cool. So... sure, awesome rewards, but mundane, yeah. Sometimes that's how it is. Hey, good or bad, at least you can say you did it all without pants. That's true. Dude, that was actually one of the requirements today. If Abdo's in here, he can confirm. As soon as you join for Loki, they tell you take your pants off. This is not the place. This is not the time, nor is it the place for pants. They must be removed immediately. Abdo, he passed the test by saying, well, he would have to put on pants to take them off. Because that's all it is a test. Like, if you're wearing pants and you're not at work, then you're getting the boot. Are you going for the new 6-star feature? No. It is a it's very unlikely that I will ever go for the 6-star featured, unless they come out with like some crazy discount and give us another free trial of the sigil or something like that. It is very, very unlikely that I'll ever go for a 6-star featured. I think it's a terrible value. 50% extra shards for a chance at one of the champions that's in there when, you know, they're already in the basic pool and everything. Pass. I will always go for opening up more 6-star crystals over just a slightly increased chance at one of the champions in there. I think the 6-star featured can make sense for the people that have like just a crazy amount of 6-star shards. I'm talking about like you know, the accounts that are like on the the top of the leaderboards, like 2.5 million. You know, like you got that kind of rating, you have all the 6-stars already, and you just want to target a little bit of these other champions, and you get 6-star shards like crazy anyway from popping open tons of cav crystals, something like that. Maybe makes a little bit more sense, but otherwise, no. The basic life is where it's at for me. Are pants optional for the Summoner Showdown next week? Well, with Marvel, we gotta follow their rules, unfortunately, and I think they're mandatory. So, I'll be wearing pants. Possibly shorts. Short pants. They made me take mine off with Dreamin's teeth. Wow. God. Good luck on your 6-star next week. I'll have one too. Awesome. Good luck to you. For non-arena grinders, what do you think? As one, I'm starting to value targeting over volume. Even for non-arena grinders, I don't know. There's so many good 6-stars in the basic pool. I just can't justify spending extra shards on it. We don't even know like what champions are going to get reworked in the future too, so you might think like, oh, but this champion, you know, damn, I pulled Rocket, let's say, but what if he's up next for getting buffed? And I don't know, screw that. Like I'm just definitely going basics, even if I wasn't a ring grinder. There's so many different use cases too, like in 6.2, for example, in the 6-star gates. Yeah, maybe a 6-star. What's a weird 6-star that I used? Well, I don't have a 6-star Infinity Man, but let's say like you got a 6-star Infinity Man and you had no real intentions of like rank 2ing him or something like that. Well, that 6-star Infinity Man could definitely help you get through those gates, and potentially other gates going forward, something like that. And then again, you decide to do crazy poop like 6.2 item lists and fight Havoc 9,000 times with Red Skull, each fight lasting 69 minutes, so your advice is questionable at best. Hey. Okay, that's fair. But hey, man, I didn't say that was good for the progression, okay? I'm just doing that for fun. If you want to pop open, I've always said, if you want to, you know, if you want to open whatever, like open whatever crystal for fun. If you want to throw some money into the game to get the Cav crystals, even though I don't think they're good value, but you know, if you have money and you want to have some fun doing it, sure, why not? And that's my form of fun. BGE, there's a node in Variant 3 called Selective Time Stream where the opponent will regain 100% of their health every 20 seconds. The only way to stop it is with an Incinerate and Shock debuff. Sounds fun? That does sound fun. Yeah. Really, that's kind of a wild sounding node. The only way to stop it is with an Incinerate and Shock debuff. I like it. Something that you can skill your way around, and it seems like it's not just gonna make you take a ton of damage, but ask you to bring a different style of champion to the fight. That sounds really cool. If butt crease is invisible, your shorts are too long. Wow. That's good advice. Why do they all have similar rating to you? Because they always have double my rating in Arena? Ah, in Arena, okay. I am on what is called the Infinite Streak right now. I recommend watching the Infinite Streak video on my channel. It's a little bit old. The information is still good. It's just I made it during a time where there were only 2 arenas, and now there are 5 different arenas. But the Infinite Streak method can be applied to any of the arenas, and once you have the basics down, then yeah, you can kind of use the Infinite Streak in any arena. But basically, to give the short version of it, once you hit a certain streak, which is usually like anywhere between 15 and 20, it kind of does vary based on the arena that you're in. There is a... Like, the arena doesn't get more difficult. Like, it's kind of going up in difficulty the entire time, and then it just kind of levels out. And, yeah, the fights that you go up against, they will not be more difficult. As long as you're throwing in a certain, like, minimum ranked champion, minimum rating champion, then you'll always get these easier fights. But there's, like, a few phases to the Infinite Streak. and I recommend watching the video to get more info. Wow, a time where there are only 2 arenas, how complicated things have become, I know, right? BGE, that was part 2. You didn't read part 1 just above it, and it doesn't make as much sense. Let me see if I can find part 1 real quick. Marvel bylaws say booty shorts only. If butt crease isn't visible, your shorts are too long. Okay, got it. BG, you think Summoner Showdown style competition will eventually make it into the game as small scale PvP mode? So, maybe. I've been thinking more about what it could mean. About what it could mean for like what Kabam is doing. With the rebalancing stuff. I've been thinking about that alongside the Summoner Showdown, alongside people just wanting a small-scale PvP mode, and thinking, where's the game going? And maybe this is all leading up. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up for it, because that's one of the top wants for me personally in this game. It goes like this basically. I don't even know what order. But I want like a small-scale PvP mode, and I also want another form of progression in the way of an item system or a gear system, as people like to call it. Like, those 2 things are my top 2 wants for this game. And yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up for it because, you know, honestly, this game was not exactly built from the ground up to have these smaller-scale PvP modes. But they could be transitioning to it. Oh, so the other thing that kind of helps move the game in that direction as well are all of these rank up gems that we're getting. You know, we're getting more rank up materials than ever, I feel, in this game. I don't know if that's just in my head, but I mean, like let's go back to a time where 5 stars weren't really a thing, and you know, people barely had any 5 stars. I'm talking about like the guys at the top barely had any 5 stars. There weren't, you know, Kabam didn't just start rolling out quests that had like 4-star rank up gems and stuff like that. But now, like, you know, we're getting these rank up gems. And I think that could play well into like a small-scale PvP mode where you could have some kind of banning options where, you know, if there's a pool to select from, the opponents can ban some champions there, or it's just randomized, but basically some way to make it so that you're not just using the same champions over and over and over again. So I think the rank up gems help towards that. I think the rebalancing helps towards a small scale PvP mode. And I think so I don't know the story behind the Summoner Showdown. It's crazy. You'd think since I'm involved in it I would know more, but I really don't know if it was like how much of it is Kabam and how much of it is Marvel. Like, it's, you know, it's like Marvel's, they're the ones kind of you know, putting on the whole production of it. But like, you know, obviously we have seen tournaments from Kabam at Comic-Con, and those were well received. I still remember back in what year was it? I think 2017. Pretty sure it was 2017. The year that Legacy won the tournament. And I remember talking to them, like, I remember everyone was going crazy. There was a lot of hype for it. And, you know, I was just talking to them like, hey, have you guys been paying attention to how hyped everyone is about the tournament and everything? And they were just like, we've taken notice, or something like that. And, like, they didn't say anything more, but, like, of course they're paying attention to that stuff. So, yeah, basically, I don't want to get my hopes up too high for it, but I would love if they added some form of small-scale PvP. It's tough in this game, though. It's really tough to figure out like exactly how they should implement it, because this game is not really built around small-scale PvP. There's certain champions that are just so much stronger than other champions that, like, I don't know if it'd really work out. And then, would players even want things rebalanced around a mode like that? Probably not. That could be devastating to the game. So, yeah, like, I don't know. It's interesting to think about, though. Stubbs the Man sent it over a couple bucks saying, BG, remember when we couldn't even get Tier 1 alphas? Dude. Tier 1 alphas, they were a lot harder to come by. But at the time, they were like a top reward. So yeah, like that's a little bit of a different story. Actually, I remember a time where like Tier 1 alphas, they were kind of all over the place in terms of how Kabam was giving them out. Because I do remember a time where people were just selling their Tier 1 alphas for gold. They sold for like 10k gold each or 8k gold, something like that. And players, like some people were smart about it, and they didn't sell them, and they were ranking up their 5 stars. Then again, not many people could do that because the 5 stars also took Tier 4 class catalysts, and Tier 4 class catalysts were so hard to come by. But some people were like looking into the future and ranking up their 5 stars. But a lot of people were like, who cares about the 5 stars? These 5-star champions that I have suck because the 5-star pool sucked. And instead of using the Tier 1 alphas, they would just sell them. And then there was a time, like, shortly after that, where, yeah, like, we couldn't get Tier 1 alphas. That was, like, the #1 complaint for everybody of, like, dude, Kabam, we need more ways to get Tier 1 alphas. Like, what is this garbage? We can't get any Tier 1 alphas. And then they started adding them more. I think that was before the Glory Store. But they added the Glory Store, and then they increased the amount you can get from the arena, and yeah, finally feels like Tier 1 alphas, they're in a pretty good place. In my opinion, at least. Could always use more, but, but dude, thank you for the 2. Are you gonna compete on Summoner Showdowns? No, I'm there just to host. Who you open for in the new Dungeon Crystals? Ghost, so I could take another try at getting Ghost. I don't really know who else. I guess Sentinel and Darkhawk would be nice, because I still really want those guys. Even though now I have another tech champion ranked up, so I wouldn't need it as much. Corvus, of course. Still need Corvus, so yeah. Monthly legend runs are a big joke now, and Kabam, no, it's a lot of stuff in there, played to fix, but sometimes it feels like they got their priorities messed up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the way the game's been going lately. There's only so much they can do, and I understand that. Things take time to change, and especially change them the right way. So, I'm pretty happy with the way things have been going recently. One of the things I thought of with this rebalancing thing is that all the crazy damage champs in the game right now... wait, hold on. Let me read this one more time. One of the first things I thought of with this rebalancing thing is with all the crazy damage champs in the game right now, do you think they might revert some form of gods to their pre-12.0 glory days? I don't. I don't. I mean, I think... I don't know. I feel like Thor and Scarlet Witch are still fine. The other, I mean, can you imagine if they did revert Thor back to the glory days for him, and now that there's a 565 version, can you imagine if he was hitting as hard as he was back then? take down Winter Soldier in like 3 hits instead of 9. But yeah, I still feel like Scarlet Witch puts out good damage. She just isn't released as a 5 or a 6 star. And Thor, of course, is very difficult to come by because the only way to get him was like through like the Cav crystals and stuff, or Grandmaster crystals, whatever they were. But that's interesting to think about. I still have like hopes that they do some kind of justice to for Doctor Strange. He's always the one that comes to mind the most. Is like, what? Why kabam? He wasn't. He was. So okay, when it comes to like nerfing champions, just based on like my experience with other games, champions usually get nerfed for 2 reasons. One, the champion is just straight up overpowered, and yeah, they're just dominating the game. Everyone gravitates towards that same exact champion because they are significantly stronger than others. I say champion, but you know, in other games, you know, heroes in like Dota, for example, or classes in like World of Warcraft, or races in Warcraft 3, StarCraft, stuff like that. You know, it's just things were just tuned too high, or their abilities too strong. Sometimes abilities straight up have to be taken away, and that's just the nature of balance in games. And then sometimes certain things get nerfed just because they're popular and not necessarily because they are overpowered, but like the stats will show that yeah, a lot of players are using this character, and sometimes it just feels like the company wants players to use other characters, or just do other things just to mix things up in the game. And that's how it felt with Doctor Strange. Like, yeah, he was obviously very strong, one of the strongest, but just the changes that they made to him just put him into the ground, man. It was just way too much. They could have made some adjustments if they really wanted to. You know, maybe there were certain things about him that were just like too strong, but they didn't have to do all of what they did. It'd be nice if they buffed him up in some way. They've done a few things to him, unique synergy wise, but it's just not enough. Doctor Strange is one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, so it made sense to have him be OP. Yeah, I guess so. You could say the same thing about a lot of them. Like, I don't know, I don't really want any champion to be like so far ahead of others. I do want champions to be powerful and stuff, but Doctor Strange is the Warsong commander of MCOC. I'm trying to think. That card got nerfed a few times, right? If I remember correctly. Did Doctor Strange get multiple nerfs? I'm not even sure if I'm thinking of the right card. It's been a long time since I played Hearthstone. Enjoyed your take on the sigil. I was one of the free-to-play people that was a little miffed with it until saw your vid. I'm curious how people feel about it now that it's in-game. Because, I'm glad that you enjoyed my take on it, but I kind of hate, like, you didn't say the word influencer or whatever, but I kind of hate even thinking that, like, what I think about something could change someone's mind about it, you know, because I just want everybody to just say whatever they're feeling at all times and stuff like that. But I am curious now that the sigil is out, like, how people feel about it. Does it feel like one of those things where it feels like you have to get it? Because to me, it never came across that way from the start. And now that it's in game, it just like backs that up further, for me personally at least. Of like, yeah, no, we don't need this. It's a nice bonus for people, but it's not necessary. I might get the sigil when it's a feature crystal I want, but I want it less than I thought it would. Okay. Influencer is just a flashy word for people to make them feel good about themselves. I don't know about that, man. I think there's a lot of people that feel similar to the way I feel, where the word influencer is not seen as a positive word. That's definitely not how I see it. I think people just wanted to make a word, or just add like just wanted to be able to classify people as something, just because that's what people like to do. People like to, you know, try to simplify things down to a word or a term or a title or something like that. Just because it, I mean, it makes things easier, but I just always hated that word. I feel like content creator is much more accurate. Not to be confused with content creator program that Kabam has, but just, someone that makes content. BG, you can't help the influencer thing though. For example, I was gonna do a web designer. Or wait, I was gonna be a web designer, but after watching you do nothing for so long, I've completely given up my dreams of building a website. Wow. Well, rip, Abdo. Rip. The title notification bug is pushing me away from the sigil, to be honest, dude. That bug is very annoying. It's such a minor thing, really, but it is. I agree, it's super annoying. Doesn't feel like something I have to get. However, if anyone is spending money, it's good to think that you get more units from the sigil than the normal $10 unit package, as well as other benefits. Yeah, that's totally how I feel. It doesn't feel like it's a must-have, but for the people that want to spend, it does feel like a good value. Comparatively at least. Because good value, it's all relative, right? Because, if you think about, like, the Disney Plus thing being less than $10, like, that seems like a better value than just getting something in game. But at the same time, like, $10 compared to, that's like a meal out or something like that. So, yeah, it's all relative to how you I don't know. I'm doing a horrible job of explaining my thoughts on it, but, actually, it's not even true. I've built 2 websites already to make fun of you, so maybe you're not an influencer at all. Dude, Abdo, that's true, man. 3 pounds of peas and ContestChampion. I don't feel like I have to get it. I felt like it was just another way to try to force me to pay up, but I don't see it that way now. Okay. Yeah, it's cool, because I really, yeah, like that's, I don't know, that's totally how I feel about it. Although I wasn't, definitely never want to change anyone's opinion on it or anything. I do just totally agree with it not being a necessary purchase at all. But at the same time, being nice for the people that want it. Or, like I said in the video too, it may come across as something that, they want. Like, of course, Kabam wants people to buy it every single month. But you can decide on a month-to-month basis of, like, normally, like, you can go 6 months without picking up the sigil and then be like, you know what, this month, some of the bonuses, I'm liking them, and could use the golds, have some stuff in the overflow, want to, increase the storage temporarily. Okay, I'll spend the $10 this month instead of, like, getting it every month. I really think that's the best way to approach it. And then if you approach it that way, then I think people will see that for the most part, don't need it. Wait, $10 for a meal out? Holy McDonald's, where are you eating at? I don't eat out. Oh man, that skip past how that may have come across. I don't go out to eat. Oh god. I don't go out to eat at all, basically. I always, like, yeah, I'm just always going to the grocery store and buying, like, the cheapest foods, pretty much. I try to buy, like, high quality foods, so, like, try to get like some nice quality produce or something like that. Damn it, Cameron. But God, I'm all distracted now. But anyway, yeah, I try to not spend money on convenience, because that's what it is, right? It's like when you go out to eat, it's just convenient that someone else is preparing the food for you and stuff like that. But because I eat pretty simple foods, then you know, I just like beans, man. I just throw beans in a pressure cooker that I have, and boom, there it is, man. But dude, like when I went to New York, all of us that were involved, like the 3 people competing and myself, you know, we went out to eat, and it was like $10 for a beer. It's ridiculous. It actually cost me more than $10 for a single beer, because I had 2 beers. Like we basically, so we went out to dinner, the 4 of us, and then afterwards we're like, all right, well, you know, what should we do? Should we go someplace else? And none of us are the type that are just like, yeah, let's go hit up a bar or something like that. But, you know, didn't really want to end the night, so we just went and we went back to the hotel, and we just kind of stayed in like the little hotel lounge area and got a few drinks, and we're just chatting it up for a few hours. And I literally had 2 beers that came out to like $24. Ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Black Seraphim sent it over too, saying, "Do you enjoy salads?" Is what I'm gonna change that to. Do you enjoy salads? Yeah, you know, salads. Every once in a while, throw some lettuce in there and some carrots and cucumber and, you know, some other things. Get a good salad dressing. It's pretty tasty. Thank you for the $2 and the not inappropriate question at all. Hotel bars are way too expensive. I mean, that's how all the bars are. In New York, at least. Alright, anyway. I didn't want to make this a long stream, but I don't want to end the stream right now, just yet. So, I guess I'll start running some of these champions real quick. Need some more milestones. For every $10 New York beer you drink, the closer drunk you think that the summer sigil is another beer. Yeah, basically. BG, you know where you can get a good meal for a great price, right? HH all day on Sundays and Mondays. It's happy hour. I get it. HH. Listen, Abdo, your place, the food is good. I like the atmosphere. Bartenders. But even that, dude, it's just too expensive, man. It's just too expensive. You have to remember that New York is just expensive in general. It is expensive in general, but it's not just New York, man. Like any place that I go out to, the few places that I'll go out to, it's like, okay, you want a shot of whatever type of alcohol, $7. It's like, what? Or $6. Oh boy, dissing alliance mates already. Hey. I knew Abdo long before he was a member of 4 Loki. Uncle K sent over 5 saying, "Hey BG, today is the day. Relast, please. Hashtag LOL." Okay. Uncle K, thank you very much for the 5, dude. Where's your last one at? Here we go. BG, 100 plus potions and several revives. LOL. Would you A, start your run, beat Rolk without boost fully and boost up for the fights after, or B, go in with full boost activated from the start? I would probably beat Rolk first, and then activate the boost after, just in case you're having a bad run. And you know, sometimes when playing this game, you just kind of feel off compared to other days or times, right? So you might go up against him like, you know, and one shot him right away and then move on, and that's awesome. Or it might be a situation where it's like, man, today's just not the day. He's kicked my butt 5 times in a row, and I need to take a little bit of a break. You know? So I'd wait until after you take him down. Something to keep in mind, I can't remember who you're running with, but if you're running the Suicide Masteries, then any form of health boost, whether it's a straight-up health boost or a champion boost that increases health and attack, depending on who you're running, could actually be a detriment to the run, because you take more damage from these suicides than you can recover with willpower. That's only if you're running a non-poison immune champion with suicides, though. Otherwise, every other thing you can, you know, you can activate those boosts, and they should help you in the run. But dude, Uncle K, good luck, man. Good luck with your run. I hope everything goes smoothly. I hope you don't have to restart at all. I hope you do take down that Rolk and one-shot the rest of the champs beyond. Thank you very much for the 5, dude. Brian, I'm grinding Arena right now, and I'm where you are. Are you proud of me? I'm the new king of Arena. Amir, dude, I'm very proud of you. That's awesome, man. Pizza and a beer for $15 is too expensive? I can't help you then. It is too expensive, yeah. Because, okay, 15 bucks. Let's say the pizza and the beer is just 15 bucks, right? Well, then I also have to tip, because, I mean, I'm not gonna not tip. So that right there is like another 5 bucks. We're talking 20 bucks for a single meal. And a single meal that's not even going to fill me up, because the pizza, it's not like the pizza that you guys have is a huge pizza. It's like a, I don't know, I consider that a personal size pizza. And I consider, I mean, listen, a large pizza is a personal size pizza for me. But I'm talking about like personal size in the way that people advertise personal size pizzas, where, yeah, was there even 8 slices? I think it was like 6 slices to that thing, right? And like pretty small and all that. Yeah, okay, 11 inch you said. Yeah, it was super thin, 11 inches. Look, I'm not saying the pizza was bad. All I'm saying is it's too expensive for me. Like, I could eat for I don't want to say a week, but on a weekly basis, I spend maybe about 40 bucks on all food and drink. So that's like half my week's budget right there. So you want that Little Caesars $5 ready cheese pizza? No, see, I don't want that either, because that food is garbage. I've had those pizzas before. They suck. I'm saying I'm just going to go to a grocery store and buy cheap foods that I can make myself instead of paying for someone else to make it for me and stuff. Listen, it's great if you guys want to go out to eat and all that, but I'm used to living on a very low budget. And although I have a little bit more money today than I did, like, I guess, like, oh man, yeah, I guess it was like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whenever it was that I first moved out. The only thing I could afford was rice from Costco, or pasta, because pasta is also like, yeah, $2 for your entire day's meal. But for the most part, I was eating a lot of rice just from Costco, with the I don't know, the cheapest thing possible. How much is Mango Tango? Mango Tango is expensive. Mango Tango is expensive, and that's why I don't drink it as much as I used to. Mango Tango is, I On sale, it's $5. Regular price, depending on the store you go to, might be anywhere from $6 to $8. Some stores they overprice it, but like the average grocery store, you'll find it for like $6. And then when I do get it, I try to stretch it out over a few days. BG, what is it about your chat room that leads to long conversations about food? I don't know. I remember that fruit talk we had the other. Yeah, I don't know. It always comes back to food somehow. We were talking about the sigil. But anyway. Seattle's a little bit more expensive, I've noticed too. So, like, pizza, if at like a local place in New Jersey, I think I was paying like $12 for a pizza. Like carry out, not delivery and all that. And here, it's like $20 for like the same size pizza. Angelo sending over another 5 saying the last 2, please. Okay. Got it. Give me 1 sec. Have you tried making your own pizza? Making your own pizza is actually kind of expensive too. I have done that. But see, even that's like too much. I don't want to make it sound like I just This was a long time ago that I was this broke where I had to really stretch things out, alright? So I don't want to make it sound like like times are that tough right now and stuff. But I just remember those times, and I would rather spend money on other things. Like I want to get a new computer. I looked it up. I was actually surprised that the computer that I'm running on right now is 3 years old. I thought it was less than that. I thought it was only 2 years old. 3 years isn't even that old, but, you know. Alright, anyway, last 2. Don't you think that nerfing champs that people have paid for or spent an immense amount of time and units to grind for would only cause people to leave the game? Yeah. And people rank up the champs based on content they need to complete. What happens if you find out that they're nerfing that champion or the mechanic that makes viable for content? Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't necessarily think it would work out for this game. I was trying to say that as best I could, but words weren't coming out so great today. Where if the game was built initially for like a more aggressive rebalancing, where it was like a PvP style game where you pretty much have to have that type of rebalancing, otherwise the game just falls apart. If the game was built that way from the ground up, then I think it'd be fine. But since this game isn't really built that way, and it is built more on, hey, we're just gonna release some powerful characters, and sometimes they're gonna be super strong and destroy content, and other times maybe they're not gonna be as strong, and it kind of works for this game. So I think you're right. It does have a risk. Nerfing characters does run the risk of people quitting, but at the same time, there's that fine balance of like, what if they just never nerfed Scarlet Witch and she was just the only character that people were using for so long? Or what if you never nerf a character and now to keep the new characters interesting, they have to be so much stronger, and because all of the new characters have to be so much stronger, it kind of nerfs the old characters to where they're no longer seen as viable. Because then, of course, if Kabam releases crazy strong characters, then they have to ramp up the content, and Alliance War nodes become more difficult, and if you're not getting the newest champions, where does that put you? It puts you at an even worse disadvantage. So it's a super complicated subject when it comes to like buffs and nerfs. But as far as like their announcement of like buffing and nerfing characters, I think they're mostly just talking about the new characters coming out. I don't think they're gonna. I have no idea what their plans are, but it doesn't seem like they have plans to nerf older characters at this time, at least. Like, I don't think Corvus has any worry of getting nerfed, basically, you know? Type of thing. I think they're just going to try better going forward to keep a tighter balance on characters. And it might be something that's rough to get used to. But it's good that they announced it up front, and now people can... they can... Like, I don't know. It's tough because, yeah, they did announce it, and people can interpret that as, okay, I'm going to kind of approach the new characters with caution, but at the same time, it's really easy to just be like, wow, this character is amazing. I'm going all out to get this character. And then what if they nerf it directly after? Like, that is definitely going to be a bit off-putting to some people, to say the least. To say it in the nicest way possible. So, yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to... We're just going to have to see what Kabam does on this one. I think a way to nerf champs is to make some of their abilities synergies. For example, Ghost can only phase debuffs when she has the hood synergy. Possibly. See, it's such a touchy subject that, like, I don't even want to talk about the ways to affect, like, to change Ghost. I don't even want to talk about it because yeah, everyone, like, there's a lot of Ghost users right now, along with some of the other top champions, like a lot of Ghost users, a lot of Corvus users, you know. I don't even want to talk about it because if something does happen, then people are going to come back to me and say that it was my fault or something like that. So, like, I don't even want to, yeah. I'd rather talk more hypothetical about, like, new champions coming out or something like that. So, yeah. Yes, please ignore my super chat even harder. Amir, I gotta go in order, dude. Angelo sent over $5 to talk about his last 2 comments, and those were the things that I was talking about. So, I'm getting there, man. You gotta give me a minute, man. But thank you very much for sending it over too. Saying I hope you become so rich you can eat out every meal. Well, thanks, man. I doubt I'll ever get there. Just because I have a tendency to just be fine with not being rich. and yeah. If I ever do get rich, I'll be like, well, I'm still gonna eat cheap and then start up a company to make my own game, since I clearly have no programming skills myself, and making my own game is like just a fantasy at this point. Yeah. But thank you very much, nonetheless, dude. Okay. So this sounds Alright, I guess I'll say it, because I just like talking with you guys and just being open about stuff. I will say this. I do want to put out like higher quality content and more of it, more similar to like the Void video I made in the past and some of the other higher quality videos. I really like, that's why I don't want to grind feature champions as much, is I want to put out higher quality content like that. And one of the goals is, of course, to get like more views, which that's how you get more money. But that's how I want to get the views. I don't really want to get the views in some other way. I just want it to be content that I'm really proud of. But of course, one of the major incentives to make that type of content is to get more views, which is how you get more money on YouTube. Which, kind of hesitate to talk about, because I don't want anybody to ever think that they need to give more, like, super chats and stuff like that, because there's already plenty enough of that. yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more money to be able to get some of the other things. But I want to get that money through, like, you know, making content and stuff. So that is one of the goals. Anyway, the Truth sent it over $5. Thanks, man. Saying, can I get a shout out? Atlas 147. Is that your in-game name, or is that your alliance? Either way, shout out to Atlas 147. The Truth, thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate the $5. I'm inclined to look you up in game now and see, give you the real shout out here. Let me see, Atlas 147. Oh yeah, this is you, I'm guessing. Well, shout out Atlas 147, man. Ooh, got some good 5-stars here. Wait, is this you? Got some good 5-stars for a brand new account. I hope you haven't been selling your 4-stars. I'm a little bit worried. Just because it looked like you had some high-level 4-star, but maybe ditched them. It's me. Okay. Got it. Well, dude, thank you very much once again. Mirto sending over another 2 saying, just take my money already. Oh, man. Amir, you've already sent over plenty enough, man. Thank you very much for all the support. I appreciate it. You also said, my bad. I was also lagging in stream. Now, it's all good, man. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure that you knew I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I wasn't ignoring you. That's all. But alright, anyway. It is getting a little bit late. Speaking of working on some higher quality content that I want to do, I'm going to go do that right now. So, let's go spin out some crystals. So that I can actually go work on some stuffs. I'm excited for some of this content, man. So, there's also, what's it called? The editing software that I'm switching to, I've been like slowly switching over to it, just like learning about it type of thing, but not really using it as like my main editing software, just kind of testing things out. And it's finally released its latest version. That's no longer a beta, and that was like the last thing I was waiting for to really just switch over 100% and start using it. It's DaVinci Resolve. It just came out with version 16, so I'm really excited to see what I can do with that. It's going to take some time to learn all the stuff, of course, so don't expect to see anything crazy right away, but yeah. Who dat sending over a couple bucks. Thanks, man. Saying, geez, didn't know you were poor. Oh, man, come on, no. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. It's just, you know, I like to be able to get stuff like this camera, and some other stuff. That's all. That's all I'm talking about. I hope you're trolling. I hope that's just a trolling message, and that I didn't say something the wrong way. Thank you very much for the 2, nonetheless. Mirto sending over another 5. What the heck, man? Saying here for the banana funds, too. Alright, thanks, man. What's that even put you up to? Are you taking over the Big D? Don't think so, but I also can't tell. Alright, anyway, on that note, guys, I'm getting out of here. I will be back my normal time. Trolling. Okay, alright, good. Good. Glad you were trolling. I will be back my normal time, which is in about 4 hours from now. And I think today, video-wise, I got to catch up on just putting out Alliance War content. So that's the only other thing you guys are going to see out of me. But I will be hard at work at the other videos that I was kind of hinting at. So, yeah. Mirtos sending over another 2 saying, yes, I am. Okay. Mirtos, you got it, man. Thank you very much for the now 11 bucks. I think that's what it's up to. Thank you, dude. Been excited about new content too, but now I feel like I have to wait for any rank ups until Variant 3 is done. Maybe. I mean, Abdo, you could knock it out pretty quick. With your skills, your roster. Just got here, Mick. I'm sorry, man. I'll be back later. What's up, A-Rob2, man? I think I saw your name before. But, sup, dude. Clobbering time. Saw your name too, man. Sorry. I got caught up rambling at the end of the stream here. Couldn't read exactly what you guys were saying. But anyway. Okay. I'll see you guys in about 4 hours from now. You vampires, at least. See you later, guys.